I hope you enjoy this because I shouldn't be doing it. It's Father Time here. I'm flying this DC-3. It's my third flight ever in it. I just flew with a Freaky D on a trip together. It's a blast around Southern California. So I thought I'd do a trip around the Northeast and try to fix some of the things I did wrong. I downloaded the retrofit. I opened that up and realized I had to study the Garmin 530, 540. So I spent a couple hours learning that. So here I am. And in fact, I did all that before you got here. I came in and I programmed the box from New Haven to Martha's Vineyard. Full loop here. How's that? Gotta redo my controller. So coming out of here, guys, gonna be real tight. Might nip that way and get crash override on. I'm not gonna do a pushback. Taxi out, and we're gonna go to runway 20. The weather here, it's pretty windy. Um, winds are out of the southwest around 20 miles per hour. Let's go. It's kind of getting dark, isn't it? I'm not sure I'm going to get in there before sunset. Let's get going before I hurt myself. Okay, so a couple of things I definitely, this will be stream of consciousness, not knowing. I got the mixtures all the way up, the props all the way forward. Got the throttles cracked about an inch. Go up here, turn on the boost pumps, prime for 5 seconds. Got the igniters on both, and we've got the pushed in. Let's go 5 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. I'm gonna go the right engine first. 1001, 1002. Gonna go mesh, and we count 15 props. Just 5 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back in and hit the primer. That's the smoke we needed to see right there. I didn't see that smoke. It wasn't working. I didn't see that smoke last time. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'm so proud of myself. All right, so 5 seconds. 1001, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Man, it's getting dark. A few seconds. Mesh. Outside, count props. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back inside. Prime. Go outside. Smoke. Oh man, that's great. I'm gonna get my flaps down to a takeoff position here, which I'm gonna put mid. Very short runway. We're at max state weight. Taking a bunch of folks over to Martha's Vineyard. That didn't work out. All right, there we go. Flaps. Parking brakes are off. Let's see if we can find our way out there. Get seated a little higher, and hopefully we turn. That's the best I'm going to do. Full brake, hit it. Yeah. You didn't see that. We'll say I went under it. Let's just say that. Well, Mike did teach me you should never go idle. It'll flame out on you half the time. I got the flaps at 50%. Try to make our way over to Martha's Vineyard before the sun sets. I don't even know how to turn the lights on in this thing. It's gonna be tight. Have a cool view, huh? Kind of cheating. All right, enough of that nonsense. You know what I would like to do? Going here. I've had trouble with directional control. I'm gonna lock the tail hook, have it key bounded. Let's go. Try to beat the sunset. Probably about 80 knots would be a safer speed to lift off. A lot of rudder. Not used to these tail draggers. 80 knots, here we go. Nice and easy. Real heavy. Gear coming up. We can start bringing the flaps up too, above 80 knots. There we go. We'll get it turned out towards the east, towards Marsh's Vineyard, without further ado, right? And now that I'm cleaned up, I gotta bring the climb power back to about 45. I'll get it back to 43 eventually. But try to work the autopilot going here. Heading out towards Madison. How's that? All right, let's come back in here, get it all trimmed up. See if I can get it flying straight. What I'd like to do is turn the autopilot on. To do that, I have to turn the switch below me and this one back here, and I've done both of those. So let me see if I can get it going here. Power on. Autopilot's on. Vertical speed. Climbing on up. I think I'll do it at about 700 feet per minute up. And the altitude I'll put up at I think we're filed for 5. I'll go 5,500. 5,500, 7 up. Gears up, flaps up. So let's look what we got in the stack here. That worked pretty good. So we're in autopilot's on. It's in roll. I want to be in nav. And I want to go direct, flight plan, cursor, yeah, I gotta go direct, enter, activate, there it goes. So we get right now at 500 up, 700 up on the climb, going to 5,000, and that message probably is, last time it was a course. Mike told me I had to put the course in. Message. Nope, went away. Alright, so what do we got now? We got, I'm really proud of myself. Nav, autopilot, vertical speed coming to 5,500, and doing our route. Let me show you our route of flight. And I got to make sure I don't overboost. I think he told me passing 3 is a good time. But to lean out the mixture in the props. Just kind of want to get it climbing. I could probably bring the props back a little bit. Kind of lean those out. I don't know much about this, guys, so I guess the most drag is when they're pulled forward. Get the most lift out of them. I don't know. Okay. I do know that when we flew to Catalina and Santa Ana, he was way ahead of me, and I took off right on his tail. So all I could think of is he was leaning things out before I did. Okay, so let me tell you what my plan is here. We're going to fly this. We're going to fly vectors onto this. So what I've done with the box is I've actually programmed the route from this SimBrave. Obviously, I can't put Victor routes in on the 530. You can see it's Madison, Carl, Curdy, Groton, Wacky, Mink, and then if you go to Falma, after Falmouth, I put in these 3 points. I just built them. I didn't put the approach in. I typed in peak, choppy, BPay, so it should be able to do it in nav. I guess I could put in 1087 and 236 on the course. I'll try that. So course, put 236 in. Down here, it's just setting up for the approach. Got a long way to go, but you know. .36. And then, 1087. Very pleased with myself. All right, 1087, the comms are up here. We're squawking 1200. Vertical speed coming to 5500. Sun is setting over Teletubby land. And we're doing good. All right. Got a few views set up. That's my instrument view. It's my kind of taxi view. My landing view. It's my wing view. Throttles. And number 5 doesn't work on my throttle quad. I gotta figure that one out. Overhead. That was getting canned. I had the hydraulic pressure in the cowls. I guess here we can now go to trail, a little less drag, right? That's probably how he was beating me. He knew how to do all this stuff. That's the flap lever, although I have it hot wired here, and you've got the hydraulic that I had to turn on to get the autopilot to work. So to get the autopilot to work, I had to turn the autopilot on here. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this stuff, guys. And I had to pull this blue lever up. When I flew yesterday, I didn't know how to do that. So, and our flight plan has us getting there. Pretty short flight plan. Total fuel 12.4. We're getting it, and the burn is 4.7. Landed with about 7.7. I don't think so. I think I might have more fuel than that. Fuel, that's a good one. Let's find the fuel. Meant to do that this time. So this on tank 1, on left tank, right tank. That's the only place there is gas. And finding the fuel. I want to keep an eye on the oil temps. They're all in the green. Everything's in the green here. Fuel pressure is good. Box tank's empty. Right tank's full. Left tank's full. Told you we're heavy. Yeah, its vertical speed's working pretty good. 500 and it lets it accelerate. I want to lean those mixtures out. I can try to run this checklist that I downloaded off flightsim.to. Have takeoff gear, wheels, power reduction. I should have stopped the rotation with the brakes. Fuel boost pumps off. Off. Yeah, I better start looking for lights because I think I'm going to run out of light here. Passing lights. Leveling at 5,500. Cockpit lights are on. Cabin lights, pilot sidewall, co-pilot sidewall, compass light. Let's get them all on. Any other lights around? Nope. All right, let's find out where we are on this flight. Carlo, we're past Madison. Let's see where I live. This is called Hammonasset Beach. This is Long Island Sound. Looking south here. This is the North Fork of Long Island. That's the South Fork. Montauk Point's way out there, Fisher Island. Long Island's on the other side of Long Island Sound. Up north, past on the Connecticut River. Back there's New Haven. Hartford's up there. Way up here is Groton, where the electric boat is, building nuclear subs, Connecticut. New London's up there, where the Coast Guard Academy is, Connecticut College. Flying over the southern shore of Connecticut. So Mike was kind enough to go from Long Beach, where he has a scenery pack there, to Catalina Island. We went in there and flew over Ovella or something like that on the way out, which is a very expensive city on the island of Catalina off the coast of LA. Then from there we flew to Santa Ana, where he grew up, and gave me a little tour of like the Angels Stadium and Anaheim, and made an approach and landed in Catalina. I had the best time, man. It was just great. So that's why I'm doing this. I thought I'm going to do this again. All right, so at cruise, power flaps is required. We did that. Mixtures, auto lean. Fuel valve selectors, cruise tanks, power adjustments as advised, automatic pilot is required. Be quick to get that on, right? I truly am an airline pilot. Auto leans way back here. So we get the props back. They feathered a little bit. The cowl's in line. So if you look outside, I guess the props cause a lot of drag. And the cowls, when they're open, cause a lot of drag. It's probably why he was kicking my butt. Look at that beautiful airplane. This is a stock airplane. I do have the Duckworth mod he had me put on it. Duckworth mod. They have classics and they have retrofit. Of course, the classics just don't have any of this stuff. The Garmin 530, 540, and they just have this stuff up here and radios. They have an autopilot panel here, which I haven't used yet. Flying at 5,500, even though we're filed for 5, because that was an IFR flight plan. We're doing VFR. See London up here. Go the procedure here. Oh, I never really loaded it up here. Unload, import flight, sim brief. There it is. Here we are coming up on Groton. The London Airport, Groton. Yeah, the electric boat is here, which is nuclear subs that they mentioned. Connecticut College, Coast Guard Academy, they're all around here. It's actually quite nice out here. All right, still in nav, altitude, autopilot on. Turning over Groton. Cruise checklist is complete. Now, if you look at the approach, my plan is just to do vertical speed, keep the autopilot on, have a little fun. obviously I'll land it. We'll follow the ground track of the ILS. Got 1087 and 236 set in the course. 1087, Martha's Vineyard, 14.5. Guess we could set that up, right? All right, let's see. How did I do that? All right, so we have the, that didn't set up, did it? This was supposed to be, it was 1085. Martha's Vineyard's in there and 1085's in there. Is that right? 087. Man, why don't you guys tell me? It takes some getting used to, that's for sure. We'll keep Martha's Vineyard in there for now. That should be on the needle. Probably not picking it up yet. There it is, 090. Maybe. Yeah, so the Falmouth, we're going to have to take it over manually because we're coming in from Falmouth, which is here, so it's not going to be able to go to peak and make that turn. I'll take it over and I'll just select myself around on final to intercept or to fly a visual final. We should have some course guidance since we have the ILS dialed in. One thing I don't know, guys, is how do you arm the ILS? I need to look that up. Like, is there a switch you throw to make sure that the ILS is armed? Like, let me go down here, the box. Maybe approach. Approach. 1087. 1087. VR load. Let me do this. VR load. Yeah, maybe it's approach mode. Down here? I don't know. Try it. See if we can get an ETA for how far out we are. So we are probably doing at 180 knots, 190 knots, miles per hour rather. Doing about 3 miles a minute. And the scale on here, that's 5 miles. So Martha's Vineyard, to me, looks like it's 5 and only like 25 miles away. Pretty cool. We'll worry about descending when we make our turn at Palma. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm actually having a blast just doing it. Yeah, I could hand fly it, trim it all up, do some of that pilot stuff, but that's what I need to check. Mike told me to always be checking the oil temps. Yeah. Carb temps are okay. I guess the carb heat's here. We'll pull it back to hot and heat it up. I don't know. I got a lot to study. A lot to study. De-icing, exhaust pressure, it's in the green band. So far, so good. Oh, after landing, it's a VFR approach, but after landing, runway 24, left-hand turn off, 55-foot runway, probably be able to get off. The terminal is right in here somewhere, so we'll probably be able to get off on the active runway. Take a right-hand turn in this commercial ramp here. Check the weather. Martha's Vineyard, 220 at 12 gusts to 18, 10 miles clear, 15 degrees, 30:06. Right now we're doing a 30:08. It's fine. All right, still nav. Alps hold, 5500 autopilot's on, working pretty good. Vineyard somewhere out there. Our heading is 098, and this is saying that we're Martha's Vineyard is what? .095. See if that makes sense. Here we come. Made it onto the screen. Who's better than us? So if this is a 5-mile scale, about 6 miles to the border, 6 miles to Palma, I'd say we're 20 miles from the field, but we've got to do about a 35-mile flight to get it on the ground. So we're going to go Palma, up here towards Peak. I'll take it over since it can't make that turn, and heading us around here. Wonder if no matter what we do, I was going to say go direct now, but it still can't make that turn. We'd have to actually go direct Chopi, enter the hold, and align that way. We'll do a VFR arrival though, get on the ground before the sun sets. Well, I think it's past official sunset. It's pretty dark in here. Looking for any other lights. I know it's amateur hour here, guys. Captain Marvel took on a little too much. But everything gang loaded. Still getting used to where everything is. Hey. Hey. I thought I turned that on. Why don't you guys tell me? Up on Palma. Newport, Rhode Island off the left wing. I'll go see it. I go there every year. I'm from Rhode Island originally, back in the day. This is Newport. Jamestown Bridge, Newport Bridge, Newport Harbor. They have the Naval War College up here. That's a cool place to visit. Yeah, we have a timeshare, so go there every week. A lot of people out there flying tonight. This whole flight sim community is amazing. I haven't been on this part of you for very long, so All right, guess we're seeing Martha's Vineyard out there. I have to come all the way around and come over the bridge. I was looking at the airport map. See if I can show you that. As we make our visual. It's not a bridge, it's a land bridge. So we'll come up here, we'll align ourselves for right base. Try to meet these altitudes. We'll use these as good safe altitudes as we maneuver. So 1700, 1500, in sectors 21 we're coming, so that's probably a good idea. Step above that until we turn on the final. Procedure not authorized for arrivals. Victor 167 eastbound. We're not really doing a procedure, we're VFR. But yeah, we're Victor 374. Pretty cool. How far are we from Falmouth? So we've got $36 miles from peak, so land-wise 45, close to 50 miles right here, land-wise, flight-wise. Field itself for 20-something. All right, now we're going down with a peak. Like I said, we'll take it over and give ourselves vectors around. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this autopilot. When I flew with Mike, first time I flew, I had no idea what I was doing. I did a ground loop, which hopefully I won't do today. Mike, I got a couple of okay landings. Yeah, we flew a Classic, so I didn't have the Classic does have an autopilot. I'll have to study that. I'm playing with this just to get ahead of it, because Mike's going to teach me the Classic or autopilot. I've been studying that a little bit too. Barely going to make it in. It is beautiful though. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. This flight sim stuff. Yeah, so my deal, guys, somehow you just stumbled upon me. I'm 65 years old. I retired in September from American Airlines after 36 years as a captain. 36 years. And 7 years in the Air Force before that. Air Force Academy before that. Grew up in Rhode Island. That's my story. Now I'm just a retired husband, father, and grandfather. We have 5 grandkids, 6 kids, a bunch of spouses, wonderful family. Just came back from a nice Florida vacation. That's my story. Martha's Vineyard out there. We're going to try to come all the way up here and align ourselves in, land on runway 24 before the sun sets, and we'll do that. Just what I was talking about. Left-hand turn off. We'll try to get off on that runway. I don't know if we'll make that, but the control tower is here. Commercial ramps in front of the control tower, so we'll come up here and park in front of the control tower. God willing, right? The Lord willing. All right, here we are. See that we're vectoring up towards peak. We're going actually directly towards it. I'll have to establish myself on the downwind here. So we would call entering the VFR pattern with tower or right downwind. .26, 25 is the ATIS. I don't know if tower is open. There it is. 21.4. All the way up there is Providence and Boston. Providence, Rhode Island, Boston, Mass. Luggage back here. Rather invasive, huh? It's going to work out sweet. I'm going to get this done before my wife is ready for TV. So yeah, we're going to come up here. That little land area over there. So the runway should be right over here. Must be it right there. Getting there. All right. When should we start aligning ourselves? We could probably do it now. So I can go into heading. Heading. Maybe like a 0880. Why don't we go down a little bit, get our altitude down to where it needs to be. What did I say, 2100, we'll go down to enter the pattern at 2000. Vertical speed. We'll go down at 1,000 feet per minute. And here we go. Did it work? Vertical speed heading. We're not going down just yet. Let me see here. Down. And we'll go down to 2,000. Bring the power back a little. Start getting everything ready here. Open. Open. Get some drag going here. The mixture all the way up. Bring the power back. All right, that's good enough for that. We should go to a 060 heading. 070. And I'll try to line myself in final there. Going down, slowing down, not easy. 160 knots. So Mike explained to me that these props are like speed brakes. And let's do the checklist here. Approaching. Before landing, automatic pilot off altimeter is set 2006. Set. Use selector valves left to left, right to right. We did that. Mixtures auto rich. Carburetor Cold, fuel boost pumps on. Ignition check. Up, propellers are set. Tail wheel is locked. Is it locked? Yeah, we locked it for takeoff. So we're all set. We can go down and check it, right? That's unlocked. That's locked. Okay, it's locked. I have my key here. T. Unlock. Locked. We're 3 for 2. All right, 060. I said that little land bridge. Yeah. Over here. Okay. Get a better reading on the peak is supposedly 8.5, 4.2 miles away. 4.2, yeah. And peak choppy, we can go down to 1700. So we're leveling at 2. Let's go down to 1700. It's not stall either. Just go down slowly. Vertical speed 200. All right, let's do a big right-hand turn, see if we can come back around on course here. So I'm going to go heading, what did I say it was, 236. Big right-hand turn, because pretty tight. See how that works out. Cheating. You know? Yeah. I see the runway way out there. Do you see it? That's exciting. Right here. All right, so we're down at oh, so much for land leveling off at 1700. That's what I get for playing around with this. We're at 1400. Pay is supposed to be at 1500. She'll be at 17. That's for VFR. That's for IFR. Let's get over on the center line. All right, 1,500 feet by BPay. And BPay is 5 miles away. We're doing 125. We can get the gear down. A little long, a little far. Yeah, let's get them down. Burn a little fuel. Right-hand turn off. Take a look outside. Beautiful, huh? Let's go in here before I stall. You definitely would never know because I would never show you that. All right, this little orange bug, Mike tells me, is where the you can start lowering the flaps. Hey, there's a little news for you. Look at this. There's the ILS course right there. Won't forget that. And BPay, we can start down 1500. We'll go down to about 400 feet per minute. Going this slow at 90 knots. Gonna go all full flaps. And stabilize at 90 knots. Manifold pressure probably around 45. Don't want to get below 80. Want to cross the threshold at 80. All right, autopilot's off. Let's do some of this pilot stuff. Man, we just barely beat the sun in here, huh? Yeah, I have 108.7 set in the course of 236. So you can see that that's the ILS course down there. I don't know if that works or not. It kind of looks like it does. Power back, I'll start down where we get a BPay at 1500. Keep it coming over. The winds are 210 of course, so a little bit of a left cross. I feel like it's a right cross. Right. Take a bigger cut at this course here. I'm watching this right now. The runway is obviously behind the bar there. So I'm watching the ILS course. I can see it out the window now. Looks like it's coming across nicely. All right, we're looking at BPay, the 5.4 miles. Is it 0.3 miles right now? It's supposed to be at 1500. There we are. So we're trying to go down at around 400 feet per minute. Set the pitch right about there. Trim it up. Oh, I got red over white on the badges. That's good. And it looks like I'm a little left to the course, and that's what the ILS course confirms down here, the localizer. All right, inside of BPay, inside of 1500, 400 feet down, red over white, looks good. I am going to, once and for all, get over here and make sure I am directly on center line. Here. I swear, I don't know what the crosswinds are, but we are not closing in with about a 15-degree intercept. 95 knots, got red over white. I guess I don't have a 15-degree intercept, I only have like a 7-degree intercept. That 400 feet per minute's working out really good, really well. Turned over. It looks like the course is centered. Yeah. Saying a little bit of a left cross. I definitely feel like we have a little of a right cross, but it's just me. A little high. Remember, it's a left-hand turn off. All right, let's start getting down. I want to cross the threshold at 80 knots. Try not to bounce. Power back to like 25. Trimming your bread. Yeah, I went to idle power on taxi at Catalina, installed the engines. Because you don't go to idle power on these props. That's a good glide path. A little bit high. 90 knots is good. Try to cross the threshold at 80. Here's red over white, extra 400 feet per minute. 3 red. Fine. Pitch up, bring a little more power in. A little more power. I want to get below 80. All right. Landing is pretty much assured, 87 knots. Six knots. 84 knots. That wasn't very good. Stay on the center line. That has not been working out for me. I'm going to try to get off here. Can I do it? Unlock the tailwind wheel. Bring up the power. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Flaps all the way up. Not a great landing, but I didn't ground loop, so I'm pleased. I said we're parking kind of in front of the tower. Let me get in my taxi seating position. Too cool. I did download on flightsim.to the scenery pack for Martha's Vineyard. Looks like there are some lights up there. Let me go to the taxiway. Charts. Taxi. Taxi. Looks like entry after the runway. We can try to get in that way. Now, how do you get in there? You got a taxi across the grass? I guess she's pull right in here, huh? Hello. Didn't turn any of my lights off. That was a lot of fun. I think I will publish this. Very unusual for me to do a video like this, guys. I'm usually doing the commercial liners, working on the MD-11 project. I did a lot of 777 videos over on flightsim.to, on P3D, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn in going the other way. Right in front of the tower. Good enough. Park right here. Alright, it's going to be a shutdown checklist here, Summer, right? Right. Throttle's idle. Brakes are parked. I think we bring the mixtures all the way back. Probably wait till the power cart got hooked up. Power cart, deploy. Battery on the cart, battery. Avionics, beacons off. Avionics off, passing lights off. Landing light. That doesn't work, I guess. Nope, doesn't want to work for me. Alright. Let's see what the checklist has for us. After landing, flaps up, power flaps open. We did that. Booster pumps off. That's those noisy guys. Booster pumps off. Elevator trim neutral props full forward, high RPM. Do that now. Maybe it didn't, the beacons didn't go off because the engines are still running. Yeah, can't wait till I get those other throttle things for the Honeycomb Bravo. Gonna be cool. Okay, that tail wheel unlocked. It is unlocked, and we are going to go with GSX, and we're gonna go. Oh, it doesn't like where we parked. That's all right. West parking.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
All right, let's go this.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Request
The boarding requested.
All right, let's go outside, take a look. American Airlines, yeah, why not? Sure they're not here. Oh, I guess that's where they wanted us. I wanted to see this Martha's Vineyard Airport. But there's a bunch of Learjets here usually.
Passengers bus is coming.
Alright guys, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah, I'll publish it. Very unusual for me to do these kind of videos. I'm more of an instructional guy for commercial. Got a lot of lights on there. They would definitely be screaming at us for that. But hey, time for me to go be a husband. See you guys later. Thanks a lot. Pilot time's out.